Okay, so SummerSlam is fast approaching. Fans are coming back to the arena. That's great and everything. Doesn't mean the creator's going to be better, but you get my point. Fans getting back in the building. But the point is, how do you get those fans back in the buildings, especially on the Raw side of things? Now, as we discovered this week on Raw, this is Drew McIntyre's final attempt at the WWE Championship as long as Lashley is champion. So, it creates a conundrum, per se, in many, many different ways. So you have to think about yourself. The reason why the matches of Roman Reigns is very predictable, like I said in my other video, is that Roman Reigns, he keeps on have to winning because no one else can carry the mantle of the show who looks as high profile as himself. It was going to be Daniel Bryan because he had to leave, but it's not going to be Edge because he's a part-timer. It has to be Roman. That was going to win the main event. It had to be him. So this also creates another problem for the WWE Raw title picture. As some of you may know, there's going to be a draft coming at the SummerSlam. But the problem going into SummerSlam is the Raw title picture. Now let's go through every scenario that we can when it comes to Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley. Let's just say Bobby retains. Now, the stipulation of the match, I think, is Drew must win, or he never gets a chance, or Drew loses and he never gets a chance. So let's just say that Drew cannot get another title shot against Lashley. Let's just say that Bobby Lashley retains. He wins somehow, some way. Oh, Hell in a Cell is not going to be coming over the cage or whatever. So let's say that Lashley retains somehow, some way. And remember, MVP is not banned from ringside or whatever, so we can use that to his advantage. Let's just say Lashley retains, and Drew can't challenge him. Who else on the Raw roster right now is a legitimate contender for Lashley at SummerSlam? The only one I can honestly think of who's a headliner and could put butts in seats is Randy Orton a face? He's in line with Matt Riddle. Is he a face? I don't think he is. He's one of those heels that's just playing along with the face for right now. Is he turning... Oh shit, sleep better. Turn that shit off right now. Fuck that. So, Matt Riddle's turning heel, and Randy Orton is still a heel, but in the back, Matt Riddle acts like a face. It's very complicated with those two. So, what face could challenge Bobby Lashley and legitimately draw fans into the arena? The answer is simple. Nobody. Brock Lesnar may not come back. And he's not going to be a face. He's never going to be a face. Not again, anyway. So who could it be? Seth Rollins is a great character, but he's a heel. What strong baby faces do they have in the WWE? Strongly booked baby faces that can potentially, realistically, have a chance at dethroning Bobby Lashley and it not looking like a cheap win. I can't think of any myself. So the issue now comes to, what if Drew recaptures the WWE Championship in Hell in a Cell? What are they going to do? Have him fight Brock Lesnar again? Have him fight Sheamus again? Have him fight Kofi Kingston again? Drew's gone around the block, and then some. The challengers that WWE puts in front of us are laughable. You can't possibly think that whoever wins this match, they're going to come out even a bigger star at SummerSlam. Because there's currently no one on the brand that could legitimately be a threat to dethroning either Drew or Bobby and have it be believable and a fresh matchup. It's not going to happen. Fresh, believable, either of those two winning, not going to happen. Side note, let's talk about SummerSlam's main event for the SmackDown side. They're so devoid of anything on that brand. Who gets the spotlight every single week? Roman Reigns. But nobody else. Nobody else. They gave token matches to Daniel Bryan and Cesaro because they had nothing else in the brand. That's how devoid they are of actual talent on the show. It's fucking pathetic. That they can't have they can't focus on more than one person at a time. And it's really rearing its ugly head now. You go to Ring of Honor, it's not like that. You go to Impact, it's not like that, etc., etc. WWE, one person pushed at a time. I can't possibly see SummerSlam being sold out or the fans having a great time at SummerSlam. Okay, let's just play devil's advocate here. Let's just say they bring up some NXT talent, like a Karrion Kross or a Bronson Reed. Then what? Are they going to bring back Keith Lee, maybe, to fight against Bobby Lashley? That could work if Keith Lee was built up strong enough. And if people actually believed that Keith Lee could be the new standard bearer for the company. Bobby Lashley was built up very, very well till his match, till he won the championship against The Miz. He was built up very, very well. He was beating up everybody. He was basically unstoppable, so that was good. Can you honestly think they would do the same thing with Keith Lee or Bronson Reed or anybody else new coming from NXT? I can't. And it's quite sad that the WWE did it themselves. They got rid of talent like Buddy Murphy and Aleister Black, who could be legitimate contenders for titles if they built them up strong enough there with enough build. But now they have virtually no one there. They dug their own grave with that one. So who do you think could legitimately be a draw to fight against Bobby Lashley at SummerSlam in this climate that we're in right now? Sasha Banks? I don't know. Black off.